For this week, we are going to be focusing on chapters 1 and 2. For your chapter 1 homework, excuse me, you need to complete problems 3, 9, and 10. For problem 3, it's objective 2, which is pages 3 through 8 in your textbook. On question 1, which is explain to John who his customers are, make sure you consider both internal and external customers. Are there both types of customers? Is there one or the other? And be specific in telling me who they are. On question 2, discuss how John can be sensitive to his customers. Explain also how this increased sensitivity could improve the company's time-based competitive ability. What can be done to help him to be sensitive? What can John do to become more sensitive to his customers, whether they're internal or external or both? Can anything be changed? John is in charge of a specific department. Can anything be done in his department to help increase their overall sensitivity to the customers? And finally, what role would cost management play in helping John be more sensitive to his customers? So how can material in chapter 1 help John achieve his becoming more sensitive, achieve helping the company perform better overall? The next problem you have to do is problem 1-9. You are to prepare a letter advising Lily about the differences and similarities between financial accounting and cost management. Then describe the advantages that each might offer to the managers of a hotel. You can look at pages 1 through 3 for this question in the chapter. I am not too interested in the formatting of your memo. I am going to be looking more at detail in the actual wording, how you explain the differences and similarities between the two types. And finally, problem 10, which is objective 4, so you can look at pages 11 and 12 for that one. So basically, you're going to include a little bit of formulas, but a lot of wording telling me how and what John should do and why. Pardon the dogs in the background. It's a little crazy around here today. The next thing you have to do is chapter 2 problems. You need to do problems 26 and 27 and the cyber research case. For problem 26, I went ahead and created this Word document for you. It can be found in the weekly assignment. So what you're going to do is you're going to put the letter that goes with the traditional control system, the letters that go with the activity-based control system, and then you're going to list your justifications. So that is a pretty simple form to fill out. It's objectives 1 and 5, which is on pages 25 through 30 and then 43 through 38. So you can look into your book for that to give you more information. Problem 27. This is when we start getting into the actual forms. So here is the form that has been listed in the assignment module. So you're going to do the cost of goods manufactured and the absorption costing statement. For question 1, which is preparing the cost of goods manufactured statement, there is a good example on page 39 in the textbook of how that is supposed to look. It's cornerstone 2-2. Question 2, which is figuring out the cost of producing 1 case of sports drink. What you're going to do for that one is you're going to take the cost of goods manufactured. So you're going to take the final amount from here, from part 1, and then divide by the number of cases from the paragraph, which is 200,000. And so that's the formula you're going to use to figure that out. And finally, you're going to use the income statement absorption costing, which has already been partially completed for you to make it a little bit easier for you. So for that one, you can go to page 43 in your textbook and look at a good example of that. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go through how to complete the statement of cost of goods manufactured, as well as the absorption costing. In your problem, you actually have to give percentages, but in the problem from the textbook, they're not asking you to do percentages. But we need to for your homework. So your sales is going to be at 100%. So that's going to be the same on your homework as well. Your sales is going to be at 100%. And then everything else is going to be done separately. So on here, you're going to have percentages for sales. Then you're going to have a percentage for here, which is going to be the total of your cost of goods sold, adding in the finished goods inventory, and then subtracting your finished goods inventory. So you're going to do a percentage there, a percentage for gross margin, a percentage for the advertising and commissions, a separate one for administrative expense, and a separate one for the operating income. So you're going to have those percentages. So this way you can see where you need to show me percentages. If we go back to 2-17, we're going to take the information directly from the textbook. So we are told, let me get to that page real quick. Okay, so we are told that the beginning inventory, we're actually at 47,000 even. If you look, it's direct materials inventory January 1st is 47,000. Oops. And then we're going to add purchases, which is 160,400. And then freight in on materials, if we look in the book, it's 830. And then we're going to total those, which gives us materials available of 208,230, less ending inventory, which is direct materials inventory December 31st, and that is 17,000, which gives us direct materials in production. So we're going to take the 208,230 and subtract our 17,000, and excuse me, gives us 191,230. Direct labor, we're going to take that directly from the book. That's 206,780. And then we're going to work on our manufacturing overhead. So materials handling, if we look, materials handling is factory supervision and indirect labor, gives us 190,000. Again, these problems, the numbers are coming directly from the textbook. So now I need to do total overhead costs. So we're just going to add the manufacturing overhead. Total manufacturing costs added, so we're going to add all three of our amounts. So it's not wanting to do the formula. So we're going to do 191,230 plus 206,780 plus 300,550 gives us 698,560. Add beginning work in progress, which is work in progress inventory January 1st, so it's 201,000. Less ending work in process, which is 98,000. Cost of goods manufactured. So we are going to take the 698,560, add the 201,000, subtract the 98,000, gives us 801,560. So that's how you complete the cost of goods manufactured, which is question 1 on problem 27. And then we have to figure out the absorption costing. So for that, we're going to go to problem 2-16. I've already finished parts 1 and 2 for you, so you have a better idea of what you need to do. So our sales is going to be the 30, which is going to be the 89,000 times $54 that are mentioned in the book. So that's 89,000 times 54 gives us 4,806,000. Let me add in commas to make it a little easier to read. Our cost of goods sold we already calculated previously on part 2, so that's 3,493,250,000. To get our gross margin, we're going to subtract the two amounts. So it gives us 1,312,750. Now we have our operating expenses. Commissions. If we have 89,000 sold and the employees get a commission of $2.70 per pair sold, so we're going to take our 89,000 times the $2.70 gives us 240,300. Our operating expenses are 236,000. And our advertising co-pays, helps if I enter them in the right amount. So that's 243,000. Advertising co-pays is 236,000. Administrative expenses, all fixed, equal to 183,000. So we're going to total those amounts together. Gives us 659,300. Gives us 659,300. So our operating income, we're just going to subtract the two amounts. So we have the 1,312,750 minus the 689,300 gives us, oops, should be 659,300. So 653,450. So to complete it like your homework, you're going to do some math. So to get the percentages for the gross margin, we're going to take the 1,312,750 and divide it by the sales. So we're at 27.31%. And then if we do just the commissions and advertising copay, so we're going to take the 240,300, add the 236,000, divide that by the 4,806,000 is so it's about 10% if you round up. And then we're going to do the same thing for administrative expenses. We're going to take the 183,000, divide it by the sales, gives us 3.8%. And we're going to take the operating income divided by the sales. Which gives us 13.6%. Okay, and that is all there is to your homework for this week. If you have any questions, let me know, and I hope you have a great day.